Hey everybody, it's Steve at Primal RC. Today we'll be unveiling the Porsche 934 and then the Porsche 934 Golf Edition. This would be the on-road version and this would be the rally version. So we're going to start off by going over with the Golf Edition first, and then we'll move on to the on-road version. With the Golf, it does come with all the rally lights that you do see here. The on-road version will come with them in a parts bag, so if you wish to make your on-road look like the Golf Edition, you will have the included lights to do so. Both cars do have detailed windshield wipers, interior with driver and your map or your guidance person, as well as your realistic side view mirrors. Some other plastic bits to make the detail stand out much clearer. And I really like the exhaust tips that are done up back here, adding that added bit of realism. Another thing to point out would be the nice little wheel hex nuts with the Porsche logo on them. Really fancy. One extra step. And as you can see, there are no body posts here. This is a clipless body system. So now we're going to dive into the electronics and what comes inside this vehicle. So on each side of the passenger and the driver, there is going to be two tabs that you pull towards the outside, which is going to release the vehicle from the chassis. It does take a little bit of getting used to. And then once you do get it, you just slide it forward, because it is held in place by these little tabs up here that slide into the three holes down there. And is all the wiring. So quick overview, this is the chassis. This is what we're looking at in the setup. So starting off with the motor, it is a 2000 kV brushless motor with a 150 amp ESC. Both are Hobbywing. I do love my Hobbywing, so I trust and believe in these electronics. Also, this motor and ESC combination is set up for 4 or 6S. If you want a lot of speed, which some users do, you could put 6S in here and you will have all that speed on power that you've been dreaming of. If you're more of a practical user, from my experience driving the car, 4S is a good starting point. It's plenty for the car. You're moving plenty fast. You could still spin tire, and the vehicle is a lot of fun. The pinion is a 15 tooth and the spur is going to be 48. A receiver is going to be housed in this beautifully designed aluminum water resistant receiver box. High torque servos for your steering and for your all-wheel drive and two-wheel drive settings. Going back to the water resistant receiver box, which houses a FlySky G7P radio system. If you're familiar with this radio setup, that is what is powering this vehicle. And just going over some of the buttons on the remote for some of the extra settings besides your normal driving is going to be this button up here in the top left. This is going to be controlling your two-wheel drive or your four-wheel drive options. And then for the lights, simply just click this channel button, the SW2 button here with your thumb. Each time you press it, it'll bring you to a different light setting. So first time it's just going to be just the headlights. Second one's going to bring on your center rally lights, and then it'll come on your fog lights. And then again, you press it again, you'll start one by one turning all the lights off. So on this platform, you're going to have three differentials. You'll have your front, center, and rear. Your front and center differential will be filled with 10,000 CST oil, and the rear is going to be filled with 5,000 CST oil, giving you a nice smooth drive. So now that we covered the diffs, moving right along to your suspension, aluminum shock towers, full aluminum shocks with nice little boots on the bottom. They are adjustable. On the off-road version, which you're looking at right here, these are filled with 400 CST oil, giving you a lot of suspension play for your off-road use. And then in the on-road version, you will see that you have the 550 CST shock oil for a little bit more stiffer setup for your on-road racing application. Pre-installed from the factory. Does come with sway bars, which are fully functional, and they are front and rear. If you get the rally version, it will come with the rally towers and shocks installed. If you get the on-road version, it will come with the on-road shock towers and shocks installed. But they do come with the variant shock and shock towers. So if you get the off-road version, in the box will also include your on-road shocks and shock towers, making it a 2-in-1 car. So you'll have a car in one setup will be for off-road, and then with the other setup, you will be set up for on-road. It'll also come with a set of tires suitable for off-road like you see here, and then it'll also come up with a backup set of tires like you see on the on-road in case you set up in the on-road configuration. I want to say I believe this car to be ideal for bashers looking for good power, a good chassis with power and durability. Collectors and scale RC fans who want realism with performance, you're definitely going to get that with this package. I don't see many companies at this price range coming out with this amount of scale, with this amount of performance and durability. So that's three things all factored in. Drifters and tuners who want all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive flexibility, this car can be tuned to do a multitude of things. I'd like to say it's definitely a 2-in-1 off-road, on-road package, but with some tweaking, because we know all the users in this hobby, they love tweaking. I believe this could be a 3-in-1 package. It definitely has the power, and there's things out there to change the setup so that you're not just stuck with how you get the car, even though it is beautifully set up how it comes. And then also this setup would be beautiful for on-road racers and off-road bashers as well, thanks to the dual tire and shock setup that comes out of the box. Last but not least, I'm just going to show you how to get the clipless body back on. Basically the reverse of taking it off, but again, get those 3 points in the front lined up. Once they fall into place, the body just beautifully snaps on. No more annoying body posts or body clips to deal with, and you can up and go just like that and enjoy. This vehicle is being released in multiple countries due to the ongoing tariff constraints. The vehicle will be shipped from USA, UK, and Canada. Customers will be able to avoid tariffs and expensive fees from pre-ordering the vehicle and then purchasing it from primalrc.com. Pre-orders will start in July 2025 with the Golf Porsche priced at $875 and the red on-road Porsche being priced at $850 US. Pre-orders will be shipped free from said countries, either USA, UK, or Canada, depending on your location. And we will offer exceptional support if you have purchased from primalrc.com. All pre-orders in the USA will be delivered in September from either our USA, UK, or Canada warehouses. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe.